So a couple of weeks ago, I did my best and worst Pinot Noir under $25, and I said something about the sweet spot for Pinot Noir being between $30 and $50. So I'm going to give you a bunch of suggestions right now for Pinot Noir that will blow your mind. So I think that Pinot Noir has a real sweet spot in the $30 to $50 price range, and there's a lot more selection, a lot more quality, and I think you have a better hit rate if you are searching in that range. So I'm going to give you a few wines that I've had fantastic experiences with, and I keep going back to them again and again. Here they are. Number 1, Evening Land, Seven Springs Vineyard from Eola, Amity Hills in Oregon. This remarkably has stayed relatively reasonable from a pricing perspective. I think it's still under $40, and year after year, it's one that just is gorgeous, super layered with flavors, bright, and just a joy to drink. When I drink a wine, I want a wine to basically bring me joy, and this wine brings me joy. It actually is the case on all of these, starting with Evening Land on purpose. There was one time actually when I was doing a team dinner at a place in Massachusetts that was a bring your own wine spot. We rented out half of the restaurant, and I basically I brought like 2 cases from my cellar for folks to try, and I brought 2 of the Evening Land bottles. This was probably back in like 2012 vintage or something like that. I got 1 glass before it all ran out, and I was like, oh man, I should have saved some of that for myself. Since that point in time, I've been drinking it more and more. Number 2, Cellar, Sonoma Coast Pinot, lower $40, maybe $48. Not 100% sure as to where the price is right now. It's something that I have bought over and over for drinking and for my cellar, and it's a delicious, delicious wine. Sonoma, it's California Pinot, so it's a little bigger, probably a little more oak treatment than some of the other Pinot Noirs you'll get around, but always such a great, great quality wine. They also do lots of single vineyard Pinots, Petaluma Gap, San Giacomo, and a bunch of others. Those end up being in the high 50s to 70. Certainly worthwhile buying, but not in the price range we're discussing for this video. Cellar, Sonoma Coast Pinot Noir, get it. Number 3, the Saint Innocent Village Pinot Noir. I talked about this on the value Pinot Noir one because I was like, if you happen to see an offer under $30 on those, you got to buy it. But I had this one at one of our favorite restaurants in Providence. They were priced it at $19 a glass. And the nose, the aromas that were coming out of the glass were just insane. Super floral, super red fruit, bright as anything, and a joy to drink, which is a real important quality in a wine for me. Number 4, Ken Wright, Yamhill Carlton Pinot Noir. Now Ken Wright we talked about his base Pinot Noir on the 25 and under, very good choice. The Yamhill Carlton is a step up, but not as expensive as the single vineyard, right? Because this is bigger. This is from the entire AVA as opposed to a single vineyard. You can score this in the 40s, and it is always a stunner. So Ken Wright, he does an Abbott Claim Vineyard. I get confused to this day on that. Another winner. Number 5, we're going to Burgundy. I actually have it over there. Give me a second. Actually, this is just David Dubon's Bourgogne, another winner if you do see it. But he also does a Haute Côte de Nuit that again, I've seen even priced in the high 30s, and it's fairly accessible, at least here in Rhode Island and through Massachusetts. And the Dubon wines from Burgundy are amazing, amazing values. A lot of times with Burgundy, you can't even get a decent wine under $60. And the Dubon wines, for whatever reason, they're always very well priced. This, akin to the David Dubon cat toys. Cats are getting into it with the bird. So akin to the David Dubon Burgundy wines, I think another thing for you to consider is Savigny-le-Bon as a region within Burgundy. You can get a lot of wines from that region priced under the $50 mark, and I find that they always over-deliver. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that that place just hasn't garnered the reputation that seems to be given to everyone else in Burgundy. Like historically, the wines have been a little more rustic, but as the climate's been changing and moderating, the wines are getting softer and they're super delicious. I hope they stay well priced so that I can drink some Burgundy. I'd love to know if you have any other favorites. Pinot Noir, between $30 and $50. And let me know if you think that is a sweet spot in the category. And I will talk to you soon.